Hey guys, I wanted to update you on this unsolved roller coaster Easter egg. Recently, Lee Ross has done a couple of interviews and talked about it, and he's given kind of some new hints. He goes into more detail about it, and it's from this tweet that he had made, and someone said, "What's going on with the roller coaster Easter egg? I've literally done everything you told us to do, and still nothing. We need help." And he responds with "Patience, young grasshopper," and I'll go over what that could mean in just a moment. And first, I want you guys to hear these two interviews.
One last question, but I definitely think we covered all the Twitter questions.
A lot of people are asking for a Yeti hint.
Oh, I knew that question was gonna
anything,
come
or
up.
like if any of the Easter eggs were internet meme based.
My favorite thing to say to people that ask for the Yeti hint is patience, young grasshopper. Hint, hint.
So in this recent interview, he says it again. He says "Patience, young grasshopper," and then says "hint, hint." In another recent interview, he goes into more detail, and he interviews with this guy here on YouTube called Polygon. It's about a 12-minute long interview, and at the end of it, he starts talking about this hint again. I'll let you guys listen to it.
Just to close it out, I opened up the field to questions from the Call of Duty Zombies subreddit, which I'm sure you're very familiar with. Oh, yeah. And the one recurring question that seemed to be very popular is that people aren't super happy with what they think was a Yeti hint.
Ooh.
And they want an actual Yeti hint from you.
So I know the Yeti hint is something that the community is really hungry for. We have something really special hiding behind that. What I can say is patience, young grasshopper. That is my hint to everybody that's been asking for the Yeti Easter egg hint. We promise there's something really special hidden behind all of that. So everyone who's digging deep and trying to figure out what it is, patience. It will make its way to the headlines, I'm sure. Someone will dig it up and find it.
Is patience young? Are we supposed to like dig into the meaning of those exact words, patience, young grasshopper? Or
Hey, maybe they should. That's all I can say.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you so much for joining.
Some people may know what this means, but for those that don't, and you were to dig into the meaning, "Patience, young grasshopper" is a phrase used outside the fictional setting of Kung Fu the television show. It means simply that you need to develop more patience and or be patient in the moment. So it sounds like he's saying that we need to wait, but wait for what? Wait for a player to dig it up, or wait for them to actually make the Easter egg available where we can trigger it and do it. And if he is implying that we need to wait, he is saying it over and over again. He's not saying stuff like "go out there and do it, you can solve it, don't give up, keep trying." He's not saying anything like that. He's reinforcing this idea that we need to wait. I've tried a lot of ideas with this roller coaster Easter egg, and we've had some hints from him. Maybe shoot at the Yeti eyes, you have unlimited ammo, just go in there and fire at everything. We've seen some subtle hints from him in live stream interviews where he looked like he was going to be putting on glasses, so we've been trying that, and we've shot at the lights because one time he looked up at the lights. And there's really not a lot you can do in this roller coaster. You have one gun that you can shoot at things, you can melee, you can wear glasses, you can be certain characters, and all of that has been tried. There's been a few live streamers that have put in a lot of time with this, including myself. Evil Juggernog is one of them. He went in with 4 characters, all Hoffs, finished the main Easter egg, rode the hell out of that roller coaster, shot everything, tried all kinds of things, and still nothing. And this is his footage here, and he's made a nice video on some of the stuff that he's tried. I'll have this linked down in the description. There's a pretty long and extensive list of ideas and things people have tried on this roller coaster, and it's really too much to go over, but trust me, a lot of stuff has been tried. One theory that we had is that you had to do it within the Ghosts and Skulls Easter egg because those skulls are lined up with the OST, and you can see that the skulls are in letters, and that links to the skulls being in the letters out in the signs when you go and look at those skulls and they explode. And with Lee Ross saying, "Look at the graffiti, it's going to give you clues," this seemed to be like a big clue. Plus, Roller Coaster of Doom just doesn't make any sense for why they would call it that. It's the Polar Peak ride. Nothing else names it Roller Coaster of Doom except for that graffiti. So we tried all kinds of things with that, just getting the G and the H, out of the word ghost, and then go try to ride the roller coaster and like get all the targets between the O, the S, and the T. Is still nothing's happening. If you go over to Reddit, you'll see tons of posts where people are going on and on with all their ideas, a lot of really creative and smart ones, and still just nothing's working out. There was a theory that if you shot some of the boards that swing open, you can see some red dust and then some of the other targets that you shoot will show red dust. So that's been a good theory, but still that's panned out to be nothing. I posted a question on Twitter asking you guys what you thought about it and it being unsolved, and I got some really good responses. Deadhead Gaming apparently has put 150 hours into this, and he says he is starting to feel like it's a real failure. Tyler said, Patience Grasshopper to me says super Easter egg. All other Easter eggs to be completed first. Hope it's worth the time and not just an RK5. Dexter says, from what I've seen so far and the countless hours I've spent on it, I believe it's part of a super Easter egg. And these are coming from people that have worked really hard and spent a lot of time trying a lot of different things. NWM says it's broken because there's no way in hell with all these glitches being able to go onto the tracks, and still there's nothing. Parker thinks it's just a troll. Daily Gamer Nick, now he is a really good Easter egg hunter, and he's doing really good on the Ghost and Skulls 2 Easter egg for Raven the Redwoods. So he's, you know, pretty good at this stuff, and he says super Easter egg is what I'm leaning towards. And Slick Joe agrees. He's saying maybe it's not active until a later date. Lee Ross did say patience when someone asked about it. I personally don't doubt that there will be a roller coaster Easter egg. I don't know if there is one right now, and with nobody finding anything and him saying that we need to be patient over and over again, it is kind of seeming like what people are saying, it could be some kind of super Easter egg. He did say that the reward is going to be mind-blowing, so. But all this information was just to keep you guys up to date with what's going on right now and show you guys those 2 interviews and let you know that, yeah, maybe we gotta wait. But I hope this helped you guys out, and we'll see you next video.